Wendy, thank you so much for joining me this morning. And can you just tell me a little bit about your business and what life was like before we started working together?
So I run a training and coaching and mentoring business in the property industry, specifically helping people to create a portfolio of HMOs, houses of multiple occupation. And my strapline is that working with me, you can become financially free with 5 properties or less. So the idea is that people join the program and they have a 12-month mentoring program, and I help them to find the right properties, to find the finance, and then to fill the properties with the right tenants, and then to make it a hands-free income. So that's what I've been doing for probably the last couple of years actually, although it was very part-time to start with. And I only really incorporated the business in April 2017.
Okay. So if you already had a successful property training company, why were you looking to make a change?
I wanted to grow it, and I wanted to, I suppose, have the ability to leverage more. So in other words, to take on other people who I could work with, or to be able to, I suppose, work with more people. I felt that I was constantly sort of hitting my head on a bit of a kind of glass ceiling, not being able to take on new mentees, and therefore not being able to take on new members of staff and grow the business. So I think that I felt I was a little bit stuck, I suppose.
Okay. And what was it that made you decide to trust me?
Well, you obviously had a very good reputation, Roland. I knew a bit about your work. I knew what you'd done. And I liked your methodology. I thought that was really impressive. I felt that's what I was lacking, was a methodology to be able to achieve those kind of results. And I also felt that you had the expertise to be able to help me to, for example, craft the right email sequence, or to be able to craft the right message to my audience. And that's what I was looking for help on.
Okay, well, great. So what results have you enjoyed in the 4 months that we've been working together?
Well, my business has really grown. I would say I have I've become VAT registered. So again, beforehand, I was sort of hitting my head, about the £83,000 turnover, and I wasn't really confident to become VAT registered, because every few months, mentee would finish the program and I'd go back to the previous level. So now I am VAT registered, and my turnover has increased to about £100,000. So I would say it's probably added potentially £25,000 additional turnover, which is effectively a quarter. It's another 25% turnover to my business. And I think it's not just, Roland, that's a great accolade for you, but I think it's also that you've helped me, give me some focus, you've helped give me some direction, you've helped give me, I think I felt more committed to my business actually through working with you. I think I felt, right, come on, Wendy, girl, do this. This isn't just a hobby. This is something to, grow and make really effective. And I think working with you has really helped me to do that. And telling you how I really feel about things. I've told you about some of the dichotomies that I have, the quandaries, the fears, the worries. I can say to you, oh, I don't know about this, and is this going to be all right, and this is how I feel, and and you're not scared to emotionally connect with me, and that's actually very important for me in a mentor, that I can be vulnerable, and I do sometimes wear my heart on my sleeve. But I've been very glad, Roland, and grateful to you that you haven't thought, whoa, where's this going? You keyed into it. You've gone deeper. You said, okay, well, why do you think that? And where does that come from? And let's unpick that a little bit. And how does this affect you? So for me, I probably didn't say this in my testimonial, but it's a bit more than just having a system. It's having a person who understands the mindset of where I'm at in my business right now. Yeah. You can totally understand what it's like to run a business that's turning over the level I'm turning over. I'm not turning over £1 million. I don't have 100 employees. Yeah. It still feels a little bit precarious at times, and I've got a few people who do some work for me every month. I've got to make sure they get paid, you know, and it's still fairly reliant on me to drive the engine. And you know how that feels. So that's been incredibly worthwhile to me. As much as all the email stuff and the marketing stuff, it's having someone I could talk to and say, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You know, and that's been immensely helpful.
That's great, fantastic. And what difference has all of this made to your life?
Well, I get an incredible sense of self-satisfaction from it. I think that's probably the biggest thing. You know, it's great to be able to have the holidays and have some extra money to spend, and, you know, to be able to give as well. I give quite a lot to charity, to have time to do other things. All of those things are fantastic. But I think deep down, it's the sense that I've been able to grow my business and be successful in running a business like this and changing other people's lives. And ultimately, that's what I want to do. So I'm really excited about the future, and I'm really pleased about, I think, what the possibilities are down the line. So yeah, it's great.
It's very fantastic. So what would you say to somebody that was considering working with me?
I would say, if you're feeling that you're hitting your head on this glass ceiling where you've got some results already, you want to make it happen, you've maybe got an idea about how you can make it work, particularly if you are generally swapping your time for money. It's a small business, you're swapping your time for money, but you now need to grow and expand, then I think working with Roland will help you to expand your offering to your clientele, and will also give you a much more ability to reach the right people faster. So you will spend less time waiting for the right clients to come in through the door, and you'll be able to target them quicker and faster, and therefore escalate your growth much, much faster than you would have done if you just tried to do it on your own.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Roland. It's been great working with you. Here's to many more years ahead.